Hello and welcome to Skyrim Tuesdays! Skyrim VR Tuesdays is all about bringing more of like a story beat to you guys, so I hope you have some fun. And to kick things off, this first one is, well, Drifter joining the Dark Brotherhood. I hope you enjoy, and oh my god, horrible things happen this run. I heard somewhere in Windhelm that there is a Dark Brotherhood of assassins. And honestly, I could not help myself. I had to go check it out. Because in this unknown land of Skyrim, I only do know one thing, and that's murder. As I approached the gates of Windhelm, I looked at the guard to make sure I was allowed entry.
By the gods, it's true, isn't it? A dragon has attacked Whiterun.
They were babbling on about some dragon, but I didn't care. I had a Dark Brotherhood I had to join with. I knew that somewhere inside Windhelm was a weird kid that I had to find. And after a bit of searching, I spotted someone talking on the bridge.
That Aventus Aretino is doing the Black Sacrament, trying to summon the Dark Brotherhood?
Aventus Aretino walks a dark path.
Once I heard what I need to from that strange boy on the bridge, I knew I had to gain entrance into that house. But the door was locked. It's not a problem. I can pick the lock as long as no one saw me. After a few attempts, I picked the lock. I was in.
Die, Groa, die!
I could hear the sound of the child performing the ritual in the distance.
The unworthy must be baptized in blood and
I can
fear.
hear the child's prayer. I decided to make contact with him.
An assassin from the Dark Brotherhood!
I knew I had to say something, so I did.
Oh, very long. But now that you're here, you can accept my contract.
Now was my chance to capitalize. I had to accept the contract. The child gave me a contract. I decided I would take it up. I would fulfill his needs.
God,
And with that, I've accepted the contract. The deal was set. I had to travel to a town known as Riften. A creepy place with thieves and beggars, liars and cheats lied in wait. The only problem was, I had to walk there. And I didn't want to give any of my gold to a carriage.
Need a ride?
With my sword in hand, I decided to make the trek alone. After some time of traveling, I ran into a guard.
By order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
It seems that they were onto me. Had they known about my contract, I couldn't go to jail. They would find the note on me. I had to fight my way out. With the guard on his knees, I knew I couldn't let him live. I struck the final blow. I couldn't risk running into any more guards. I decided the best course of action was to hide the body. A semblance of sorrow washed over me, so I set the guard down against a tree. He was just doing his job, and he ran into me. I put his steel greatsword next to him. At least when someone finds him, they'll know he died a warrior. As I continued my journey, I ran into a horse with no rider. It was strange. And up ahead was a dilapidated shack. So I decided to check it out. There seemed to be 2 bandits there. The best course of action was to hit them with ranged. I hid amongst the trees and the tall grass. I notched my arrow and took aim. And then without hesitation, I let out a shot. It was a direct hit. So I creeped in on the other one. I couldn't afford to let the other one see me. I snuck behind the bandit and let out a slash. This one simple contract was leading me to a world of trouble. I already had my hands full, but I was halfway to Riften, so my journey continued. I made it to a small farmhouse right outside Riften and was confronted by 2 guards. I couldn't go to jail. It looked like these next 2 soldiers were about to meet their untimely doom. The best way to fight them was at ranged. I couldn't get surrounded. I took them both down with ease. I was almost there, but these guards were going to be a problem, especially once I reached Riften. I tried to hide in the bushes, but another one quickly approached. I readied an arrow. As he made his way to me, he spotted me. I fired one. My cover was blown, but I couldn't stop. I had to get in. I continued to battle till I was there. I couldn't leave a witness either. I had come so far already, but Riften seemed to be on high alert. The only way now to fulfill this contract was with sword in hand. I opened the front gate not knowing what was going to be in store for me. An immediate Riften guard. I had to make quick work of him. I wandered through the city, trying to avoid the guards. The orphanage had to be around here somewhere. Eventually, I spotted it. Those words. It's almost as if they left the sign up for me to find. It was time to fulfill my contract. I opened the door hoping everyone was asleep. When no one greeted me, I knew this was going to be an easy job.
None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you.
I heard the old crow. Yeah, she needed to die. One laid down to rest. Was that my contract? I walked in and closed the door. I pulled out my blade to strike her, but this didn't seem like the old crow. I was spotted. I had to take her out.
Somebody help me!
I created a scene, and unfortunately what happened next, I'm not proud of. The old crow ran in with the children, so I fired my magic.
Leave me alone.
She was dead, but as I inspected the body, I realized I had done something heinous. The child next to her was reduced to ashes. I laid the old crow down in her bed, headless, and without hesitation, I did what I had to. I wasn't proud, but I had fulfilled the contract. I had done more than I had to, more than I was proud of, so I just opened the door and left. There was a foul breeze in the air. I knew one day I'd have to pay for these crimes, but today, I needed to finish my contract. I had slaughtered the quickest ride back into town. So once again, I set out on foot. This time though, I stayed off the main roads, which still proved to be a problem. I ran into some crazy things. There was even goblins. I made quick work of them. Road or not, it was all dangerous. But I was almost there. It was almost a day of travel, but I finally made it back. I nervously walked past the guards. Riften was far from Windhelm, so there was no way they could have known what I've done.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften.
They had no idea. I ran as fast as I could to the child's home, and there he was. I let him know what happened.
Aha! I knew you could do it. I just knew it. I knew the Dark Brotherhood would save me.
The child had no idea what happened. He seemed innocent, like it was a game to him. I looked back at the ritual that the child performed. I thought to myself, was he innocent?
When I grow up, I'm going to be an assassin. That way I can help lots of children, just like you.
I knew what I had to do. I didn't hesitate.
Wait, that's not how this is supposed.
If I was guilty, so was he, and his day to pay was now. I left his home feeling nothing. It had been a long day. Perhaps I just needed to sleep. I found an inn and decided to stay the night. I let the wench know that I wanted to rent a room, and I threw her 10 gold pieces.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
So I opened my room and went to bed. But when I awoke, I was somewhere different.
Sleep well.
Where the hell was I?
Does it matter? You're warm, dry.
I didn't know what to say, so I said nothing.
Grelod the Kind, a kill you must repay.
The Brotherhood wanted me to kill one of the 3 that they've captured. Surely they were bastards, but which ones am I supposed to kill? I didn't care. It didn't matter.
I would like to officially extend to you an invitation to join my family.
I've done it. I had information of where the Dark Brotherhood is. And more importantly, I've proven my worth. I opened the door, but I had no idea where I was. It didn't matter. All that mattered now was that I found the Dark Brotherhood Guild.